Well, I don't know that I call it passion as much as I call it commitment to the struggle. And the struggle for those of us who were in the civil rights movement of the 50s and the 60s was fighting racism. So when I talk about information, events, circumstances, activities in fighting racism or dealing with racism, I always refer to it as the struggle. When I define passion, I define passion for those who do it from time to time. The difference when you're Black in this country and you're fighting racism, it's not a part-time thing. You deal with it every day. So it's not a passion for me, it's a commitment to fighting racism as a part of the struggle. I've written 3 books about the civil rights movement in Jacksonville, about Black history in Jacksonville, and racism. And all of those books are intended to share lived experiences and academic interpretations and educational experiences about not only this city of Jacksonville and its racist background and its violent background in attacking those of us who were involved in sit-in demonstrations, but the great legacy of Black history and those in Jacksonville who have not only impacted this city and this state, but this country, whose history and whose legacy is not taught in schools today. My background starts at age 11 when I went to Mr. Rutledge Pearson's American history class. And he would not teach us American history from the slanted and racist viewpoints of white textbook authors and historians who for this time, this era, for his Negro students at this Negro junior high school as part of the Negro division of the Duval County public school system. He would not teach us American history from that textbook, which only had the names of George Washington Carver and Booker T. Washington included. From that time, which started me understanding the legacy of being Black and understanding civil rights history, American history, and Black history, one of the things that I always try to do is to expand my knowledge and help others to expand what American history does not teach. I call American history incomplete, dishonest, and racist. And replete through American history are instances of that incompleteness, that dishonesty, and that racism. So when I teach, when I educate, when I talk to folk about history, it's sharing information that many of them don't get. I talk to a number of high school students, a number of college students, graduate students. I talk to CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. And many of them don't know. And they don't know because they have not been taught, and they have not been taught intentionally because American history does not teach the truth in many instances. So education is an ongoing process where you try and teach what actually happened, what American history is all about, not what is taught in the classroom.